Hi,
hey
Ken.
guys. Hi, Ken.
Hi, guys. We're back. Introducing you to another one of those wonderful evenings where we can tell you what's going on in Mozart.
Yes.
And it's a fabulous day. It's a brilliant weekend. And all I can say is right now we've got lots to talk about this evening. So, Mark.
James.
George.
Henry.
Inca.
I don't know what comes after I.
James.
Haven't we said James?
Well, we've got two James in here.
Oh, that's
anyway, welcome back
James
again.
is my middle name, actually.
All right, is it?
Mark James Dowling. Hence my Instagram tagline, MJD Keys, Mark James Dowling. Keys, because I play the piano, believe it or not.
Fantastic. And don't forget, we're going to have some piano playing in the near future. More importantly, is about what's been happening in Mozart. So, what's been happening in Mozart, Mark?
Well, Ken has been securing some wonderful things recently. I think we've maybe spoken about the yard sale pizza deal thing, where you can come in and order food from outside directly through an app or a QR code, isn't it? And you can have an amazing pizza connected straight to you with Ken's wonderful selection of drinks.
Fantastic. We've got cocktails and we've also got deals. So if you come between 5 and 8 o'clock in the evening, there's a little special just off the drinks itself, but it's keeping you nice, keeping you sweet and keeping you happy. What's all about this thing is what's happening in Mozart. Gallery.
Yes.
We've got loads and loads of pictures coming in.
I was just looking at them before we started filming. I was just looking at some on these shelves on the far side. As you come in, Ken has got these wonderful displays of some local talents and local authors, some local artists and photographers as well, which you know a little bit. You could maybe share a little bit more about those.
So
yeah.
what we're doing is basically I've got 9 boxes, and each of those boxes will have a different artist, whether you're a photographer, a miniature designer, doesn't make any difference. But there's 4 boxes. In fact, there's 9 boxes, and they're your boxes. So you can come in and dress them, and there is a cell, so it's all tagged, and each of the boxes will be individually photographed and then put on the Instagram and all the other social medias that we have. And that's the idea, is that a photographer or painter or designer or whatever it is, like I said, it's only a small box. You can put your own work in there, and it's for sale for people to come in. And most importantly, that postcards, because
Yes.
a lot of them are postcards. So again, what we said before in the original one, that you can just literally just buy a box or buy a single, put a stamp in it, put your name in it, and write blah, blah, blah. It's a fantastic picture. And the good thing about it is, I always promote him, is that most of the artists are local.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah. No, it's great to bring back the postcard, isn't it? You know, such a novel thing. Everyone's on Instagram, DM. There's nothing sexy about a DM, but a postcard, now that's special, isn't it?
Absolutely. Again, we're changing the walls behind. We've got 3 artists are going to put more exhibits on the wall right now. Mozart is not just a bar. It's a bar with a gallery. It's a social gathering. And like I said, we're going to be doing individual nights. And individual nights, 1 per week, will be something like...
Themed nights. They are upcoming, so do keep an eye on our Instagram page. We're just planning a superhero night, so it would be great if you could come along in your best superhero dress. And we've got some music nights with the wonderful Ed, who you may have seen in our last Vlogcast episode. If you haven't seen that, do tune in, because Ed is a great guy and really interesting to hear him speak about his art.
Fantastic. And we also got what we will be doing, which we said before, is going to do singles night. So all of you sitting out there thinking, what can I do? What nights do we said? Thursday evenings, I think. Thursday's actually a good evening, because it's one of those ones that most of the West Ends and stuff, they stay up and late. Well, yes. The idea with Thursday singles or singles Thursday, and you don't have to be single, but the most important is that you get out your house, you come and meet some new friends. This is a make place because it's so tranquil. It's a lounge. It's no bigger than your lounge you're sitting in right now.
Yes.
It's that tiny.
Home from home.
Oh, yeah. I can say I walk a cat. I can't say swing a cat. Never use those words. I love cats. Come here, cat, come here. Show yourself. No, cat's gone. You see, so things like that happen. Now, also
We're
what we've
doing
got
that
in here.
actually. We're doing a song about cats in school today. So one of the things that I do is I teach music in schools, and we're doing a song all about kitty cats and meow. And it was great to have all the children singing all these meows, but they sounded beautiful, amazing. And I think it was Ravel wrote an hour-long operetta where there is actually sung meow moments. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe one of you artsy folk watching online could post that in the comments, and I will buy you a drink for reminding me of this wonderful operetta.
Brilliant. And don't forget, like I said, when you come here right now, we've got some lovely offers. We've also got some fabulous drinks. I've got a Mozart cocktail, which is a signature drink. It's really delicious.
Blue wine.
Absolutely. Right now, what we're doing as well, I've got stacks because it is Mozart, and I have to drop it in right now that on Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays in the mornings, that's from 10 o'clock to about mid-afternoon.
Yeah, what's happening?
I've got lots of records I'm shifting off because I have thousands. I need to get rid of them. I'm going to break my flipping flat down, if excuse me, with flipping. What's a flipping? What does flipping means anyway? So basically, I've got deals and records, beautiful albums going from £2 to whatever you want to spend, but believe me, the bargains are there. The more the merrier. I've got box sets. I've got all the operas in the world.
What kind of music? Operas.
I got all the operas. You name the opera, I've got it. But I need to shift them because I can't be walking around in a bag load. I'm not the bag man. So they're in my shop right now. So make a date and don't be late. The usual crap in terms of how it is. Who said
You can't say that.
I didn't say
Take the magic away.
No. So use a crap, not crap. So yeah, it's about how the word is said. So you know, exactly. You've got to do it down there. Like crapers and crappers and craps like that. There's lots of crips going on like that. So very important. Anyway, back to score. Mozart London.
Yes.
It's a lovely day, and how have you all enjoyed your weather? It's been brilliant. Has been fantastic. April, recordly, has been the most sunny of all times. Because you remember we used to say April showers. None of the above.
But it has been slightly frustrating as a month, you know. I've definitely been taking my coat off, putting it on.
Isn't it brilliant?
On and off all the time.
Oh, fantastic.
It's a very confusing thing.
But guess what we got this evening? We have a wonderful guest with us.
Yes.
And we do at the end...
Is it Santa Claus?
That's a few months away.
Right. Easter Bunny? I know we missed him.
Yeah.
We should have got him in.
And I didn't even get an
He'd
Easter
have
egg.
been... Wow, that's it.
I didn't get one.
But don't invite him. He's clearly not.
Yeah, totally. I totally take that point on that.
So who is it? Who have we got? If
We've
it's
got...
not Santa, it's not the Easter Bunny. Who is it?
We've got Zoe.
Zoe? Who's Zoe?
Zoe's here tonight because every last Tuesday of the month, get this right, last Tuesday of the month, we have poetry and comedy night in that same night. So basically, it's like karaoke. I love karaoke.
Without the terrible singing.
Terrible singers. But basically, everyone has a go. It's not about a person. It's about everyone gets a go, and we do it. But I've invited my lovely friend Zoe, and she's going to basically give one of her beautiful ones. I invited her to come down tonight to let you know what's going on. So, Mark, if you don't mind passing that chair across over here.
That's fine.
And she's making her way right across. She's getting the number 6 bus. It's en route. And look, the bus has just turned up. And please welcome.
Give it up for Zoe!
And please don't be alarmed by the word karaoke. I'm not going to sing. My name is Zoe, and I live in Crystal Palace, just round the corner from Mozart. I'm a writer of prose and poetry, and here is one of my poems. It's about power. When I finally come to power, after a bloodless coup, as your supreme leader, this is what I'll do. I'll give back to the elderly their winter fuel money and keep them free from frostbite till the weather gets more sunny. I'll give the royals up. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening.
I think if you can attach that to you.
Shall I start again?
Yes, that's fine. Guys, we don't rehearse these, so bear in mind with us.
If you better attach that.
Could you
See, nothing is rehearsed here.
No.
It's just in real time,
Just move
just
your
as it is,
shirt slightly
all in
forward,
real time.
and then we clip that to this bit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Okay.
There we go. You see,
Then
everything
they'll hear
is...
the poem better. I don't
Right.
know,
There we
it's just
go.
didn't want them
Okay.
to lose that. It was so good.
Shall
Guys,
I?
sorry, give it up for Zoe again.
Right, I'll start again.
Thank you, John,
Okay.
Mary, Elaine,
Right.
and everybody else sitting in the
Yes.
corner.
Okay.
They're sitting very quietly. Very good.
I'll start again. When I finally come to power, after a bloodless coup, as your supreme leader, this is what I'll do. I'll give back to the elderly their winter fuel money and keep them free from frostbite till the weather gets sunny. I'll give the royals proper jobs, socially useful employment. Republicans will supervise them with huge enjoyment. I'll send Nazi rioters out to sea in teeny-weeny boats. To get back in, they'll have to bribe traffickers in suits. What do you think of it so far? My manifesto, my dream, my plans for the future under my regime. There's more. Here are some details of what I'm contemplating. No point in being a dictator if you don't do any dictating to rid the earth of the kind of stuff that you find irritating. One thing I'll put a stop to is political commentating, the know-it-alls with their projections about who's going to win elections. They pronounce who'll be first past the post and who'll be left behind long before we, the voters, have made up our minds. My officials will tell them to keep their mouths shut, if they will be so kind. Another group I'll deal with, and I won't tolerate defiance, are those who treat buying a cup of coffee as if it's rocket science, with their latte this and their soya that, and their eastward-facing plantations, and whether they want their name on the cup and their ethical declarations. There'll be no more head-spinning choices about caffeine or deforestation, or the number of bubbles in the foam, or whether to drink it here or take it home. Customers will order their drink with ease by saying, "I'll have a cup of that stuff, please." What do you think of it so far, my peace-promoting putsch? Don't press me for more details on Brexit and such, and ISAs and tariffs and HS2, and rivers and beaches covered with, well, you know, and strikes and AI and smart motorways. I'll deal with such matters as they arise after I've brought about the coup that will leave me free to have coffee with you and you. Thank you.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up for Zoe. Thank you very, very so much.
Thank
That
you.
was so worth having the mic on again. So just so
Okay.
you could hear the full effect of
Good.
that.
Oh,
That's
terrific.
beautiful.
Good.
I do
Okay,
have a
thank you.
question.
Yes.
So,
But are you going to vote for me? That's my question.
So what kind of, when did you start writing?
I started writing when I was 4. I was writing stories before I went to school. And as a very young contributor to the school magazine, I had the excitement of seeing my work in print.
Wow.
When I was and my name on it, you know, and I'd never seen my name in print before, and I thought, this is exciting.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. It was just a story that I wrote, and after that, I always wanted to be a writer, and I used to go in for writing competitions for children, and I had to do other work as well because you don't always make your living as a writer, but I always wanted to be a writer.
That's amazing. And you know, I mean, 4 is an early age to start writing.
Yes.
I mean, was there a moment that you can remember in which you thought, I've got to write something about this?
I think, I mean, I don't want to overstate the case. Writing, yes, I was a young writer. I wasn't good at other school stuff, but that was one thing. I got the idea early that if you arranged letters on the page in a particular way, they meant something, and that it wasn't by chance. And so I started writing, and the excitement of being published, I think I liked that. And then I got hold of a book when I was in my early teens. I got hold of a book from the Children's Library called The Young Writer by Geoffrey Treece.
Okay.
And it was a sort of how-to book aimed at children. And it gave really good advice like, if ever you see a competition for children's writing, go in for it. Go in for it. You might win, but even if you don't win, one of the judges might notice you and remember you in future years.
Fantastic.
That sort of practical advice. And I went along with that. And then there was a later part where it said, if you get the opportunity to go to university, go. But it doesn't matter what you study. Don't feel you have to study literature just because you're a writer. The important things you'll be doing at university will be working for the student newspaper, editing it, if possible, taking advantage of opportunities for cheap travel, and making important contacts for future life. And I did all those things. I mean, I did get a degree, but that wasn't my main purpose in going to university. Wow. So, you know,
just one more question. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
going to butt in before Ken does.
Of course.
Because I feel like I want to. Now, Zoe, you gave me a card, a wonderful card, with a great picture of yourself. And it says you do many, many other things. I can see about 5 different things on this list. Could you share with our audience the other things you do alongside your incredibly thought-provoking poetry?
Well, these are things that I have done at different points in my life. I've worked as a journalist. Like my first, as I like to think of it, proper job after I left university.
What does that even mean?
Well, it means proper job where you have a salary and you have sick leave, you know, and you have an office and you have a boss.
Like a safe job, and that's coming from another artist.
Yeah, well, there you are. But my first
Totally
proper job was after I graduated. I was a big supporter of the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, CND, and they were looking for a new editor for their newspaper. And because I had followed the advice of Geoffrey Treece in his book, The Young Writer, I had worked on the student newspaper at St Andrews University, which is where I got my degree.
It's a Russell Group,
so, I believe so. Well, it wasn't when I was there, but I think it is now.
You didn't have to say that.
No.
Bewilderment.
You didn't have to say anything.
Right.
So,
but I already knew something about putting a newspaper together, and so I got that job, and then through that, I got some freelance opportunities writing about defence issues for other publications. So it's always, I mean, anyone watching this who is any kind of freelance, particularly freelance writer, you will know that it's all about being alert to opportunities, making contacts with people, coming up with ideas, and just being aware of what's there. And that was how it's been.
Zoe, that is absolute, and we thank you very much indeed. You've just given us a snippet of a bit of Zoe, and also the fact that you'll see her on we do, like I said again, it's the last Tuesday of the month. Yeah. We do poetry and comedy night. So, be happy. Thank you so much for sharing your time this evening. And the audience that you can see, you can't see the audience, but you can, you see.
Yeah, okay.
Give it up for Zoe. And if you ever get round, please come make a date and enjoy this evening, because we're here with a small community. I mean, I like Mozart to be part of everybody in the area. So when you're in your home one night, you want to come out, you want to chill out, and you want to make new people, new friends, etc. Have a walk from the evening. And again, Zoe, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
There's lots more to her.
Can I just say one more thing briefly, that my full name is Zoe, Z-O-E, Fairbairns, that's F-A-I-R-B-A-I-R-N-S, and if you want to know anything more about my work, that's a sufficiently unusual name that if you just Google it, that will take you to my website and tell you about the other work I do. So thank you very much. Okay, my first name is Zoe, Z-O-E. My second name is Fairbairns, that's F for Foxtrot, A-I-R, B Bravo, A-I-R, N for nothing, S for sugar. So if you just Google that, that will take you to my website.
Absolutely support this wonderful creative individual. Another round of applause.
Okay.
Come on, bring it up for everyone. Thank you very much, Zoe. Thank you so much. Brilliant. Yeah, so there you go. You see, we're interacting with everybody in our community, And so as you can see, you can come down here and chill out. The most important thing about Mozart's, what we're trying to do is introduce people to this, because it's giving you an idea of what we really do. It's not just a bar. It's a social bar. It's a lounge. And I want people to feel like a speakeasy place that, like I said, here, come with a glass of wine, read a book, have some fun, make some new people, etc. We've got lots of stuff going on in this place here. But most important is we need you to say whatever you want to say. Because, Mark?
Because we are a community and we breed culture. This is what Mozart is about. It's about creating culture and just seeing what the culture is and being part of that family. We're a very tolerant community here, aren't we?
We have to
welcome
be.
everyone.
And that's the greatest thing about this small little bar. But he touched on something earlier on. When he talked about yard-style pizzas and stuff like that, it's open food. So bring everything else, but make sure you leave a pizza for me.
I need to talk about that because my favourite place to go to when I'm at Mozart is, Ken will tell you, I mean, I get it like that instantly. What is it that I always go for? Chicken. Next door is Miami fried chicken. I love their chicken fillet. I just can't get over it. I know my nutritionist, if she watches this, she will say, that's not on the diet I set for you, but
Doesn't
I
matter,
absolutely
he likes
love
chicken.
it.
Chicken.
I love it.
It's Mark Chicken. Okay? So Mark Chicken, from you, until our next, we want you, and thank you very much for tuning in.
Yes.
Any comments you want to make, etc., things that we can touch, we'd like to keep it normal, and we'd like you to understand that we're here about open, positive things that we do here, and a community is about community spirit. So once again, until the next one, Ken,
Mark,
Henry. Oh, Henry's just. You're not talking about Henry VIII, are you?
Well, do you know, I
could have swore I saw him walk past me with the shoulders and the wig and stuff like that, but maybe I just had too many pizzas.
Well, that could have been Keith. He's really good with the ladies. So,
indeed.
Sometimes Keith and Henry, tomato.
I know, it's so funny there. Good night to you all, and thanks again. Cheers. Oh, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.